Welcome back, and 30 women now fighting for gold, silver and bronze. The first 30 from the first round now going in reverse order, and it's Michaela Dolezhalova of the Czech Republic in 30th place and 31 points behind the leader at the half stage. And the second round here with gate number 26, a gate up from the first round as a result of the prevailing crosstail backwind conditions. Dolezhalova in this second effort there, exactly the same distance as in the first round, 83 meters. And if you're just joining us, a very good evening to you. I'm David Goldstrom, and the medals would really seem to be amongst the top 10. Perhaps the biggest disappointment is the fact that Sara Takanashi of Japan has missed out in a big way. As you see, Colleen Mattel, last season's Olympic bronze medalist, who's not had the greatest of campaigns, and 82.5 meters from a higher in-run gate. You would expect an improvement, and it is an improvement, but only a meter and a half. Generally, star marks I think will be similar to the first round, and yes they are. A little bit of backwind compensation and sub 200 points.
Колин Маттель, при том, что в 2011 году в Норвегии она была третьей, взяла бронзу чемпионата мира. Сейчас, к сожалению, ничего даже и близко похожего у нее не выходит.
9.4 points, the deficit exactly the same as Colleen Mattel. For these women to really progress up the ranking order, they need to produce something well in excess of 90 meters. 84 meters, it is an improvement, but not a substantial one. So at the business end, it's Daniela Irashko-Stolz. You might remember she won the world title in Oslo in 2011. She has got almost a 2-meter advantage over the Olympic champion Karina Vogt. And then Taylor Henrik of Canada, who's been superb in training and qualification, which she won. She lies in the bronze medal position, just over 3 meters off the lead. And then Yuki Ito, the best for Japan, 4.5 meters off the pace. So Elena Rongaldier now, former world silver medalist. Elena's heyday, so to speak, well, you'll be looking at the World Championships in Oslo of 2011, which was won by Daniela Irashko-Stolz. So 80.5 meters, so she drops back. Eva Lugar now with the advantage, moving up just a place or two. And next to go will be Gida Enger for Norway. A couple of Norwegians in a row here. Gida Enger, just under a meter advantage over Eva Lugar from the first round, so this would need to be up at least at 83 meters. It's 83, but the star marks will be crucial, as will the backwind compensation. So Gida, third place. Anna Odin Strøm of Norway. Now only 0.4 better than Gida Enger. A meter, again, very similar challenge to the woman who preceded her. And that virtual line giving you a guide that she might just have done enough here. 83.5 meters, and that extra half meter is going to be really important. Not much compensation, and those star marks are not going to be that great either. And 192, she squeezes into the lead ahead of Eva Loga by 0.1 of a point. First World Championships, so a special occasion for her. Fifth in the Junior Worlds, the new current leader, and now Katja Pozun. Well, you would expect Pozun to challenge. She's that much more of an experienced athlete at this level. But 82 meters, that's really not going to be far enough. And Uli Graessler will be next. And first place for Katja Pozun, 192.3, and that is only 0.3 of a point advantage over Anna Odin-Ström. Loga drops to third, Colleen Mattel is off the podium, and now Uli Graessler. Uli, world silver medalist behind Lindsey Vann in the inaugural Women's World Championships of 2009, and takes the lead, and takes it comfortably. Uli Graessler, member of the Klingenthal Club, and 85.5 meters. Still the telemark, a little instability, but with her advantage from the first round, breaks 200 points, and that's what we were really waiting for. Tara Gerety-Moats, another athlete in her first taste of the Senior World Championships. Next to Go and Tara, with a 1 meter advantage over Uli Graessler, so the target is clear. You have to be up to at least 85 meters, I think. And that's not a bad effort there by Tara. And I think she should be pretty pleased with herself. From the Lebanon Outing Club, only 21 years of age.
The longest jump so far by Tara Gerety-Moats.
Little two-footed on the landing. The judges would have stopped, would have caught that, but 208.8, 87.5 meters. So Graessler drops to third, Pozun to third place, and Ström is now off the podium. And it's Julia Kekkonen with this unique approach to the in-run. Pretty active throughout the flight phase, and that's because the transition didn't go her way. It will be interesting to have a look at that again. Unbalanced off the table there and really struggling, and I'm afraid that's going to take her down the order. So 20 to come, and Tara Gerety-Moats will lead the way with 208.8 points, and still the prevailing wind, a cross tail on the upper section. So in the next 10, and these 10 that are about to come are headed by Katarina Altus, in the sense that she'll be next to go, 20 points behind the halfway leader Daniela Irashko-Stoltz. So that translates to 10 meters between the top 20. And as you see, Tara Gerety-Moats, let me tell you who's waiting in the wings. For Germany, Altus and Seyfarth. And for Norway, Line Jahr and Maren Lundby. the United States, Nita Englund, and for Russia, the junior world champion, Sofia Tikhonova. For the United States, Jessica Jerome. Austria, Chiara Herzl, who won the bronze medal at the recent junior worlds. Maja Vitic for Slovenia, and Avakumova for Russia. So some really good talent about to take their chance. But in reality, from where they are, they need to go sailing past that 90-meter line. Altus, and virtually on that virtual green line, and Altus chasing Gerrit Modes. So not quite a meter her advantage, but 88 meters, half a meter further than Gerrit Modes. And I think the star mark should be mid-17s, something like that. And look at that unanimity from all the judges there. And she takes a 1.4-point advantage. The American Gerrit Modes down to silver, Ollie Graceler to third, and Kaikkonen off the podium. And next up, Lin Ya, and Lin Ya's advantage over Altus, only 0.3 of a point, but she needs to put pressure on those to come. Still that backwind strengthening a little bit, up to 2 meters per second. Needs to get this absolutely right. Needs a little bit of aggression, and that may not be quite enough. Lin Ya, 87 meters. The distance does the trick. But the star marks, I would say, not as good as Katarina Altus, so that's the downside. But is it enough? No, didn't think it would be. 206.8, and so Lin Ya down into third place. Altus for Germany leads from Gerrit Modes, Lin Ya and Graceler's off the podium. And now it's Germany's Julian Seyfarth. Opened up there for me just a little bit early, but it's worked. It's worked for now. And Juliana, much better effort this second time than the first one. And in fact, on reflection, the timing not bad at all. And goes to the bonus point line. 60 points for distance. And with her advantage over Katarina Altus, will take the lead to 12.5. Seyfarth of Germany, Altus of Germany 1 and 2. Gerrit Modes of the United States in third. Lin Ya off the podium, bubbling up nicely. And now Maren Lundby for Norway. Looking for something really good from this 20-year-old from Lillehammer. Well capable of over 90 meters. But when she needed it, she couldn't find it. And Lundby, a couple of meters short, and that means that Seyfarth, if she has a little mini climb here, maybe that will give her cause for her birthday celebrations of yesterday. And can't lead, second place, 2:11.6, and misses out by just under half a meter there, Maren Lundby. Those 2 meters short of the calculation line, very expensive. Germany from Norway, from Germany, that's the 1, 2, 3, and Nita Englund now for the United States. Made a decent impression, Nita, this season. And I think a lot of better things to come from her in the next year. She's ranked 9th, hails from Steamboat Springs, got a runners-up spot in the World Cup. And Nita, like Tara Geraghty-Moats, tasting the Senior World Championships for the first time. 88.5 meters and just into the lead there by exactly a meter. Julian Seyfarth demoted to second, Lumby to third, Altus, also of Germany, off the podium, Geraghty-Moats to fifth place, and America regain the advantage. And now for the Junior World Champion, real youngster, Tikhonova, just 16. And maybe the occasion getting to looked a little tense. And 85.5 meters will drop her down the order. But very interesting to see that the Russians now beginning to get 2, 3, 4 athletes together. And England, Seyfarth and Lumby remain gold, silver and bronze. Jessica Jerome will be next, and she's never won a major championship medal. Jessica, 4 top 10, 15 finishes this year, 10th in the Olympics last year. Never really suggested that she would be on our favourites list. But that's a better second effort, isn't it? 3.5 meters, 4 meters better than the first round from the one gate higher. And altogether a much better performance by her. Taking on Nita Englund, her teammate. So America about to go 1 and 2, and Jessica Jerome 2:19.4, and takes a 2.5 meter lead over Nita Englund. Julian Seyfarth in third place, Maren Lumby of Norway off the podium. And now the Junior World bronze medalist of the current season, Chiara Herzl for Austria. Half a meter her advantage over Jessica Jerome. And short of the calculation line, so she's going to drop back as well. Chiara, only 17. Got her first World Cup senior podium this season, so moving forward, ranked just outside the top 15 in the world coming into these championships. And disappointment you can see, but many a season to come for her. And now Slovenia and Maja Vitic taking on Jessica Jerome. And there's a meter advantage now. Jessica Jerome at 90.5 meters. And a breath of wind compensation. So remember, better women with more points to come. No, and she falls by the wayside. And Maja Vitic disappointing there. 7th best athlete in the women's rankings. Yet to podium this season in the World Cup. 8 top 10s, but has never really looked like troubling the judge, so to speak. 6th last year in the Olympics. Just squeezes onto the podium in the bronze medal position. Seyfarth is off, but America are still 1 and 2. And now Irina Abakumova for Russia. Russia's last opportunity, taking on the American Jerome. 1.5 meters in her pocket over Jerome at the halfway stage. And that doesn't get to 90 meters either. But 88.5, add that 1.5 meters on, that takes her to exactly 90. But I don't think she's going to take the lead. Apart from anything else, there's a front wind deduction that's just come through of 0.5 meter. So Abakumova second 2:15.8. And that is the best part of 2 meters behind Jerome, although she split the two Americans, and we have 10 to come. So as you look at these 10, just 14 points separate the next 10 from the first round. 7 meters separating them, but in gold at the moment, America; in silver, Russia; in bronze, America.
I mean, I'm cheering for her, and I hope you're going to win the gold medal.
Have you ever been to Falun before?
Yes, but in summertime.
Do you like it here?
Oh yes, I really love this.
So here is Jess Jerome. Now, will she be able to hold off 1 or 2? She started the second round virtually 18 points off the lead. That's 9 meters. Asabaich reasonably happy with that improved second effort. But now we go to the top 10. For France, it's Julia Claire. She's their only representative. For Japan, Sara Takanashi will go in 9th place. Sarah Hendrickson, the defending world champion, will go just after Takanashi. Spela Rogel for Slovenia, then for Austria, Seefudsberger and Pinkelnick. And they've also, of course, got Irashko Stolz. Here goes Julia Claire, the French #1 of the moment. No. And her advantage over Jessica Jerome, barely 3 points, barely 1.5 meters, and that is a big loss. So France not featuring in these Women World Championships. Next up, though, Sara Takanashi. A really disappointing first effort in the sense that she got 90 meters, but sacrificed the telemark. And that, if you go back a couple of years to when Sarah Hendrickson won the title, was the Achilles heel for Takanashi. She worked really, really hard on that. But Takanashi, 4th in the Olympic Games, 2nd in Val di Fiemme, yet to win a gold medal in a major championship. The reigning World Cup champion. And Takanashi much better, much better, and the telemark was superb. And you've got the new leader, and the gauntlet has been thrown down. Why, oh why, did that not happen for her in the first round? 93 meters, but will it be good enough? And the skis are much better. Her upper body position over the skis is good, much more aerodynamic. As far as the land is concerned, it's still suspect. 17's not really good enough. 2:28.3. She's 4.5 meters ahead of Jessica Jerome, who drops to silver. Avakimova to bronze. England off the podium in 4th place. Vitic down to 5th, and Seyfarth for Germany in 6th. Lundby for Norway 7th, and Herzl for Austria 8th. Altus is 9th, and Gerrit Motes is 10th. And on her way, the defending champion, Sarah Hendrickson. And the title is not going to be hers again, but you can see she has that feeling that things are finally beginning to come back to her. 91 meters. Now, she had an advantage over Takanashi, but it was only 0.2 of a point. So her arch rival for so many seasons has got the better of her again. And Takanashi will stay ahead of Hendrickson. And 1.9 points, almost 1 meter separating them. Jessica Jerome down into 3rd place. Japan in gold. United States silver and bronze. And now Spela Rogel for the Slovenians. Spela taking on Takanashi. 0.5 of a point. 25 centimeters in distance, her advantage. And Spela comes up short. So Takanashi climbs, and I think Hendrickson will climb as well. Spela's advantage over Jessica Jerome, some 3 meters. And that will surely see her onto the podium. Oh, not quite. 2:17.9. And Speller misses out by 1.4 points, not a meter. So now two Austrians, Jacqueline Siefriesberger taking on Takanashi. 3/4 of a meter her advantage. The wind now decidedly front wind advantageous, but it means deductions, so you have to get the distance. But really, if they want to challenge the leaders at the halfway stage, these women now, they really need to be more than 90 meters. This is 90.5, but you need to be at 95 meters at least. So Takanashi climbing from 9th place at the halfway stage. Takanashi with 93 meters, and Siefriesberger pushes Jessica Jerome off the podium. Eva Pinkelnig will be next. Eva Pinkelnig, a exciting revelation, this young Austrian from the Vorarlberg. Close to the podium on a couple of occasions. Look how pumped up she is. But now she needs to stay focused, not too tight. And Pinkelnig, again, perhaps the occasion getting to her. Just felt that she was on the bar there, not really in the zone that she needed to be. She was excited by the moment, but perhaps not concentrating. A poor landing. And it's Takanashi from Hendrickson, Siefriesberger in 3rd place. Pinkelnig just misses out, pushes Jessica Jerome to 6th place, and Takanashi from 9th place now claims 5th. Can't be worse than that. And we come to the final 4, the last Japanese opportunity to challenge Takanashi. And this is Yuki Ito. Needs to be up well over 93, 94 meters. That is not bad. She's got a meter advantage over Takanashi from the first round. The execution was better. The telemark was better. The front wind deduction, in fact, there's a little bit of compensation. Yuki Ito could be about to go into the lead here, and she deserves so to do. Yuki Ito, 20 years of age, 7th in the Olympic Games, and Takanashi applauds her teammate. The writing is on the wall. Japan are going to be 1st and 2nd, but Yuki, number 1, 2:35.1, and that is a 3-meter advantage over her teammate, thanks to distance, thanks to style, and forget about the wind. That was all down to her. Yuki leads Sarah. 3 to go, 1 for Canada, 1 for Germany, the Olympic champion, and the former world champion. Taylor Henrich, winner of the qualification for Canada. And just for me, the wrong side of that calculation line. And even though she had 3/4 of a meter, well, she had 3/4 of a meter over Yuki Ito, 91 meters. The touchdown is expensive, and her chance to take the lead now. 3rd place. Hendrickson, the defending world champion, is off the podium. It's Japan and Henrich, and now the Olympic champion and the former world champion. Karina Vogt from Oberstdorf, 23 years of age, 3rd in the season-long rankings. This, her opportunity to put pressure On to Irashko Stolz. Needed more. 92 meters. And her advantage over Ito. She had more than 2 meters in hand. So even though this isn't her very best, basically, I think she's going to take the lead. Takanashi is going to drop to third here. Surely the Olympic champion leads with 1 to go. So Germany from Japan, Ito and Takanashi, fourth in the Olympic Games, faces finishing in the same position, because now 1 to go, and it is the #1 and best women's ski jumper of the season. 5 wins, 4 runners-up spots, only once out of the top 3 in the World Cup. The winner of the title in 2011, ahead of Elena Rungaldier and Colleen Mattel. Daniela Irashko Stolz, 31 years of age, runner-up in the Olympics to Karina Vogt. Can she get revenge? Oh! Karina Vogt is looking a little excited here. It was only a 1.5 meter advantage, and I think the Olympic champion has taken the world title here ahead of Irashko Stolz. The style and the landing was not so good, and Felder knows that. It's got to be surely only second. Third, in fact. Third, and Irashko Stolz goes third. The gold goes to the Olympic champion Karina Vogt. And what a day for Germany. Their Nordic combiners, Johannes Ridsek has taken the first gold in the Nordic combined, and now the Olympic champion for Germany has taken the world title. Yuki Ito, an excellent second for Japan. Irashko Stolz, the opportunity was there, but the timing was out, and Irashko Stolz drops to bronze, and Sara Takanashi, as she was in the Olympic Games last year in Sochi, ends up in 4th place. Cometh the big occasion, cometh Karina Vogt, and that is a superb performance for the 23-year-old. The third best athlete of the season, Sarah Hendrickson there, looking pretty happy about her 6th place finish, just behind Taylor Henrik of Canada, who's the best for her nation. So Germany, Vogt, and then Ito, Japan. Irashko for Austria and Takanashi for Japan. Henrik, the best for Canada, in 5th place ahead of Hendrickson. Siegbrittsberger and then Pinkelnig in 7th and 8th for Austria. Jessica Jerome in the top 10 in 9th place. Shvela Rogel, the best for Slovenia, in 10th. And then the best of the Russians, Avakumova, and she is in 11th spot. And the margin of victory, 1.8 points. 2 points is a meter, so just under a meter, the margin of victory for Karina Vogt. And she started the second round 1.5 meters behind Irashko Stolz. So a real turnaround there. But some decent and promising results. Tara Gertie-Motes in her first senior world championships inside the top 20. But Julia Claire disappointing. And also in 30th place, Elena Rungaldier. She's a much better athlete than that result suggests. Well, there you saw Irashko Stolz and the timing on the table, and you could see the correction as soon as she came off, unbalanced and unstable on the landing. That cost her. Yuki Ito, absolutely splendid here. Upper body over those skis, parallel, nice and aerodynamic. And all eyes were on Sara Takanashi, but actually it's Yuki Ito has ended up as the top woman. And the 7-to-1 shot with the bookmakers, the Olympic champion Karina Vogt adds the world title. And there's now the dominant force. She's a little too far behind in points in the season-long World Cup to take that title, but I don't think that's going to bother her too much. Well, yesterday it was 2 golds for Norway. Today it's 2 for Germany. Really steady on that really super slow motion picture, and you can see how tidy she is throughout the air. Even on super slow motion, you can see how steady that flight phase is. Really has worked it. And Andy Bow there, he has another title thanks to his pupil Carina Vogt.
Congratulations, Carina Vogt. Second really big win in the victory today.
Yeah, thanks. After first round, I didn't believe and I couldn't imagine that this could happen. And yeah, just amazing. After last year, this year the world champion. I'm very happy.
Thank you very much, Carina. Thank you.
Short but sweet, but hopefully, as it has done today, the wind will settle a little in the late afternoon. Well, whatever you're doing, I hope you can join us for a feast of Nordic sport, and those skiathlon races really should be something to be savoured here. The tracks are incredibly tough, and it's going to take a real journey and a real effort to see who will take those titles. Of course, the big hill that everybody talks about here, Murderbacken, and it really is what it says. Think of the steepest escalator at London Underground station, if you can think of that, maybe Waterloo, and then triple the length of it, and you're getting just a little idea of what Murderbacken is all about. A bronze medal to go with the gold that she got in 2011. Yuki Ito, the first major championship medal. Almost shocked by her achievement, but a wonderful moment for her. Progressing last year in the Olympic season and maintaining that advancement, but now the woman who owns the Olympic title and now the world title, Carina Vogt.
And the mayor of Falun, Susanna Norberg.
Well, I think the mayor of Falun is coming in to make some special presentations. As I say, this is not the medal presentation, although I think a lot of us would love it to be so. Flowers and the mascot. But this is a real boost for women's ski jumping in Japan. So it's not just all about Sara Takanashi, and in Germany likewise for Carina Vogt.
Dessa framgångsrika atleter hissar vi nu nationernas flaggor, och för att hylla segraren spelar vi Tysklands nationalsång. In honor of the successful athletes, the national flags are hoisted, and in honor of the winner, the national anthem is played.
So, in honor of the winner, the national anthem of Germany. interesting tidbit from our Norwegian former jumper Frank down in Spain, picking up an article from the University of Trondheim, which says that if these female ski jumpers keep developing at the present rate, in a decade from now, they will surpass their male counterparts, both in technique and actual length of ski jumping, largely because their physical build is better adapted to ski jumping than a man's. That is assuming quite a bit, I think, but it's an interesting thought. Could they outdistance the men in a decade from now? Who knows? Anyway, those are the thoughts from an article from the University of Trondheim. We're some way off that being realised at the moment, but nonetheless, the 4th edition of the Women's World Championships successfully completed. And just around the corner, it'll be time for the men's qualifying on the normal hill. So there you see, we're going to stay exactly where we are. There are 69 men who are going to be looking to qualify for one of the places in tomorrow's event. Take 10 off, that makes 59. There are 40 places to go with the 10 pre-qualified, so 19 are going to miss out. But we'll take a little break.